Hello guys! There are tons of awesome nether portal designs out there on the internet. They all lack something though, and that is particles and block animations. And since this is a command block channel, I thought I'd take on the challenge of creating 5 awesome nether portals with a little command block twist to them. If you like any of these designs, they are all publicly available on my website. At the timestamp you see on screen now, I explain how to install them into your world, because this is not actually a one command creation. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Design number 1 does not seem to contain an actual portal, but as soon as we press this button, it will be revealed on the inside. It will stay open for a couple of seconds and then automatically close again with the same animation but in reverse. This works on both sides, and in my opinion it just looks super cool. For those of you who are wondering how it works, as soon as you press the button on either side, my system will detect it and summon 2 armor stands in the center of the spiral. I then start a timer and the armor stands will start to travel into a certain direction. I just change the direction depending on what the timer score is and delete the blocks on the way. After that I simply use the same commands but reversed, and instead of removing the blocks I now place them again. I'm also really happy with how I transformed the border of this portal, because I'm not the best builder, but the more I practice the better I get. The second portal is a bit less exciting, but enchantment table particles are my favorite particles in the whole game, so I just had to use them somehow. So I simply placed some end rods on the border of the portal and connected them with particles. There's no functionality here, but if you compare it to a boring standard nether portal, this one just looks so much more exciting. The third one is my absolute favorite. Since portals usually have a square or rectangle shape, I wanted to go for something round this time. The large border is there to hide the real shape. At first though, it looked a little bit too naked for me, so I was thinking how could I make this more exciting, and what I came up with are these light blue concrete blocks infinitely circling around the outer ring. And of course, I had to add some particles for a nice magical touch too. In the middle I placed a huge eye, but I once again was not quite happy yet, so I set up another timer to make the eye blink every few seconds. These 2 animations work on both sides, and to my surprise they don't even cause a lot of lag. I did however add a mechanism that stops the animation if the player is more than 40 blocks away, because there is a small FPS drop. This design looks absolutely awesome I think, but would not be very practical in an actual survival world. Because I mean you can't even walk into the portal without doing some crazy parkour. So for the next design I went for something more basic again. This one doesn't have any fancy block animations, but some particles falling from the top. In case you were wondering how this works, there are some armor stands traveling into both directions at the same time, and they all simply emit some falling dust particles. That just creates this awesome effect of squares kind of falling down. And last but not least, we have a so-called pocket portal. As soon as you drop the item in your inventory, a portal will be placed right in front of you. This works in all of the 4 directions and allows you to place it wherever you need to. If you want to get rid of it, press the button on the side and it will destroy itself and give you the item back so you can place it somewhere else again. This one looks super boring, but it is the only practical one that I could actually imagine using in a survival world. If you want to use these portals in your own world, it's your lucky day because they are available for download on my website. For this creation, a one command machine didn't make a lot of sense, since I had to use structure blocks for the large portals. So installing everything is a little bit more complicated this time. From the download button on my website you will get a zip file containing a folder called Maki and 2 structure files. Go to your .minecraft folder by pressing Windows R and type %addData%. Then click on Saves and onto the world you want to use the portals in. Open Data and then Functions and paste the folder into it. Then go back and paste the 2 structure files into the Structures folder. If that folder doesn't exist for you, simply create it. Now head back into Minecraft and type reload and then game rule game loop function Maki general. To get the items that are responsible for spawning in the portals, simply enter the following command into the chat. The pocket portal I already showed you how to use. For the other 2 you can simply right click the spawn egg to place the portal down and throw a piece of TNT on the ground to remove them again. The other 2 portals were too complex to manually create using commands, so I used structure blocks instead. Just type gif at p structure block into chat, place it down, set it to load, and then type in spiral_portal. Before you press load though, it's very important that you set include entities to on and that you don't change the rotation. Now just press load 2 times and the portal will appear. The same exact thing goes for the giant eye portal, with the only difference that you have to replace the word spiral with eye. Remember to turn on entities and your portal will appear. You can easily use a piece of TNT to remove them again. Just drop it next to the base and they will instantly vanish. And that pretty much concludes today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, I'd be very happy about a positive rating. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.